Teachers, what's the worst thing you've ever witnessed at your school? There was a kid named Ryan in my 7th grade math class who started getting bullied after a video of him breaking down and sobbing at his dad's funeral got shared around. The day he came back, I heard his best friend Daniel talking to him in the hallway. Don't mind these idiots around you, dude. You'll get through this. You're strong. I'm always here for you. And at first, Daniel stuck true to his word. He defended Ryan when people were mean to him. He threw stuff back at the people who threw things at Ryan and always told Ryan he'd have his back no matter what. But evidently, being a caring friend got too much for Daniel. By week 2, you could see the cracks forming. He started sitting with his old group again and sometimes just walked ahead of Ryan in the halls like he didn't want to be seen with him. It was like he realized how much social heat he was taking on by associating with Ryan. And sadly, without him there, the bullying got worse. A few kids had recorded themselves in the bathroom, imitating Ryan's crying on video and sharing it around. Sure, they were given 3-day suspensions, but the damage they did to Ryan was deep. He stopped talking altogether, started quietly crying when he thought nobody was looking, started wearing long sleeve shirts seemingly out of nowhere too. His mom called the school more than once, but nobody seemed to do anything except send one email about respect that everyone just ignored. It all came to a head about 3 weeks in. It was a Tuesday. I had lunch duty and noticed Ryan wasn't at his usual table. I became kind of worried, especially given Ryan's recent mental development, so I went looking. After a few minutes of scrambling, I found him in the bathroom. He was leaning against the sink, which had his red dripping down the tap, his backpack on the floor, and a razor blade tightly clutched in his grip. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I took his hand and turned him towards me and begged him to put the blade down. He hesitated for a second, but then I pleaded with him. I opened up, telling him I'd lost a cousin to sewer slide, and told him that ending your life doesn't stop the pain, just passes it to someone else. That got through to him for a minute. He started crying and just lunged to hug me. Thank you, he said over and over. Nobody has been this nice to me since that video. My heart broke for him. We sat down on the floor, and I just kept my hand on his shoulder until he stopped shaking. Daniel doesn't even answer my texts anymore. That part stung. Daniel promised to be there for him, but there he was, laughing and joking with the same guys who bullied Ryan. Look what he posted online, Ryan said. He then showed me the post Daniel made. It was about how he tried his best to help Ryan, but grief clearly makes some people too insane to deal with. That made me sick. I knew then that Ryan was truly alone, and so I told him that he could always come eat lunch in my classroom if he didn't feel safe in the cafeteria. He looked at me as if I had just given him a lifeline. He took me up on it so fast. I was finally hopeful for Ryan, but then once lunch came and we were in my classroom, he barely spoke. It was like the classroom environment was too suffocating for him to feel safe, and so we started hanging out in the science lab, the one class he still liked because of his passion for it. I also knew that in order to form a connection with him, I needed to talk about myself too. So without prompting, I told Ryan a story about my mom, who passed away when I was a teenager. I could see it resonated with him, and from that moment on, he became slightly more open. I gave him advice on how to deal with the bullying. I went to the principal about it, and because me and him had a history, he enforced extremely strict measures. From now on, anybody making jokes about Ryan's dad would face expulsion. One kid actually tried to call our bluff, and he ended up off the school registry within 2 weeks. It took a few months, but Ryan slowly started healing. He still had his bad days, but he was doing better. During that same time, something miraculous happened. Daniel tried to befriend Ryan again, because as it turned out, Daniel became the laughing stock of the class after his crush said you when he asked her out. People were picking on him now. He came to Ryan and basically begged for help. He looked more desperate than I'd ever seen him, but Ryan took one look at him and just said, I survived because you weren't there for me. I hope you get through it. He didn't say it to be cruel. He just sounded certain, like he was done giving people chances that they didn't deserve. Ryan is a senior now,
with a 4.0 GPA and set to give a speech during graduation this late spring. Daniel flunked out last year, and nobody's heard of him since.